Hello, welcome back to Nails.X.Stephanie. We are starting a new manicure tonight, and I'm very happy to be done with Valentine's Day, not yet into Easter, although this kind of does look like an Easter manicure. But I haven't done, that's a lie, I was going to say I haven't done French in a while, but I had bought these flower decals last year to do a French floral manicure with them. Not quite like this, but I did have an idea that I wanted to pursue that I never actually did. I think for a while I forgot I had these decals, and then I was thinking about doing this manicure, and I remembered that I have them, especially since I've been going through my stuff lately for some reorganization and moving around that I'm doing. So I figured I might as well use them in this manicure. So using by My Açai, which is the purple tip color from Apres, and then the underline accent is purple gel paint from Glam. I have these oval metal pieces that I got on Amazon. I figured I'd do a little floral, kind of like isolated design with them, and it came out quite lovely. I really like the way they turned out. I did, however, manage to embed a cat hair in my thumbnail. I don't know if you can see it. You can see like the little bump from the gel going over it, so I'm gonna have to file that down and re-top coat, but I will do that after we go through and do my right hand. And I think I see a hair on my right thumbnail nail now too. Pain in the butt, but that's what you get when you have cats. So it's pretty straightforward manicure. Ignore the blue that's under my nails. If you've seen my videos before, you'll know that it's from the pills that we put in the pedicure baths in the salon. But yeah, let me go ahead and wipe this nail with some alcohol just to take the tacky layer off, and I'm going to buff that imperfection off the surface before we get started. All right, so first things first, we need our pink, which I'm using Magnifique from Madame Glam, and I'm just going to do 2 coats. I always do my thumbs separate. So I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this before going in and doing the other 4 fingers.
Out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go.
All right, we've got our base coat down, and now we're going to go in with our French line. So there are different ways that you can go ahead and do a French manicure accent. You can decant some color out onto a palette. You can use gel paint if you have it in the color that you want, and use a liner brush, or you can go right in with the bottle brush and just lay it on in there. And that's what I'm going to do because I'm lazy. So I'm going to turn this brush. I love the Apres brushes because they're flat and they're tapered. So when you're doing a full nail, you can really go in down close to the cuticle line. And it goes on very thin. You don't have to worry too much about flooding your cuticles. But also because it's thin and flat, you can kind of go in with the side of it and bring that color up into your French line. So I'm going to do it on both sides. And then bring it down to about where I want it as best as I can. I'm gonna put a little bit more on because I only want to do one coat. And I want it to be at full opacity. And then I'm going to go in with my small liner brush. I'm going to take the gel paint off of it that's on it. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up that line. Bring the point of it down to where I want it. And same on the other side. It is a bit wonky, so I'm going to go in with my cleanup brush and try to get that evened out and symmetrical. All right, I'm going to compare my thumbs to make sure that they are the same. And they are, pretty much. My right thumb is a little bit longer, so I'm going to keep it where it's at, and I'm going to go ahead and cure it before moving on to the other four. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my pointer finger. And hopefully I won't get interrupted again because my phone keeps ringing.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain.
So it's funny because when I'm at work, I'm always wearing gloves, so people don't really see my nails until their manicure is over and I take off the gloves, and it's kind of like a funny reveal, like, oh, let me see your nails. So there's always two questions that people ask me. They ask me, do I do my own nails? And then when I say yes, they're like, well, are you ambidextrous? How do you do your non-dominant hand? And I mei'there's real answer. I just do it. I've been, not thankfully, but I've always been pretty steady with my hands in general. But it's almost 3 years that I've been doing my own nails now, so it's basically just, it's muscle memory and muscle training. It's like anything else. You do something long enough, you get better at it. So, like, I never know how to answer that. It's just like, well, I've been doing my nails for 3 years, so I just do it. So, if you're unsteady, the only answer that I have for you, unfortunately, is that you need to just practice. If you're, if you don't like doing things with your left hand, just force yourself. The best thing that you can do is support your hand. Don't let it, I'm a little better at like free drawing and not balancing, but the best way is always to have like something to balance your pinky against so that you can kind of control your movement. And the rest is just repetition and practice.
shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb.
So I don't know if this next part is easier or harder because you're drawing a thin line, but you do want to use a longer liner brush. It does make things easier. I'm using my 11mm, and because the demarcation line is already there, I tend to think it makes it easier because you've got an area to trace. But you want to very lightly touch the tip of the bristles down and then just drag the brush. You don't want to press too hard and splay the bristles out because then it's going to widen the line a bit, and I want it at least as thin as possible. So I start on one side and go up to the apex, and then go down to the other side and meet in the middle.
Tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
All right, it is a little wibbly wobbly. So I'm going to go in with my cleanup brush. Just like that. Not like that. And then continue on with the other fingers. Try not to get too in my head about it and overthink it. I basically just put my brush down and move it. And hope that I don't mess it up. Remember how I said I just do it? Well, apparently my just do it attitude isn't working today. All right, moving on, please and thank you. We're gonna take 2 of our larger ovals out, and the curvature of it works pretty well with my thumb. I didn't really have to do any additional bending to it. You just need to find the right side. And it kind of lays perfectly on top. But for my ring finger, it's a little large and it doesn't conform. So I just took it, and it's pretty flexible. I just took it and I bent it a little bit more with my fingers to get it to sit properly. You know, once it's done sliding off. Just a little bit more. You want to go slowly. You don't want to end up bending it in half. I think I went a little too far. I think that's pretty good. But we're going to go ahead and do the stickers first. So I need one that's small enough that it fits within the oval. I did end up having to trim the stems. Let's see, which one should we go for? That one's pretty cool. So let's do that one. I'm gonna go in with my scissors, which are somewhere. Because I want to trim off the bottom part of the stem. And then we can just go ahead and bend back the paper. And as you can tell, it is pretty sticky. So using a silicone tool, I'm going to go ahead and press it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this finger first. So I want to take my base coat and put a thin layer over the entire nail, just because I've been wiping it with acetone and I want to get that tacky layer back. And then I'm going to use my wax tool to grab the oval and place it where I want it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flash cure it. All right, let's find a flower for the thumb now. We did red, so let's choose a different color, maybe blue. Do we like that one? I think I like that one better. It's brighter. right, I'm gonna quickly finish off my other nails before we get into the accent nails. So I'm just gonna do another layer of base, my pointer, middle, and pinky, and then a top coat. So now we're going to finish off our thumb and our ring finger, and I will be using Crazy Top Thick Gel. It is a no wipe top coat, and it's great because we need to fully encapsulate the metal pieces. So I'm going to dip my flat brush in, and this is just like a crappy cleanup brush that I got because I threw away all of my supposedly good flat brushes for gel because they got all messed up and kind of destroyed. I need to get new ones, but I'm just laying a thin layer over top the entire nail. And then I'm going to take a whole mess of it and kind of like you would do with Builder Gel, bounce it up and down, keeping the brush connected, pushing it up towards the cuticle but not into the cuticle, and you just want to kind of float it up the nail. If you run it out, grab a little bit more. I'm just going to pull it the rest of the way up the nail. I'm going to go in with my longer liner brush again that I've now cleaned and just kind of even it out, looking at it from the profile. Making sure that there's no lumps and bumps and wibbly wobbly areas.
There's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh.
And then when you think you have it the way you want it, I would suggest just turning your finger upside down so that it levels towards the center of the nail, so that you create that very nice apex. And it's of course harder to do your thumb to turn it upside down, but I just kind of pull it back. And you've got that nice smooth apex, and you can see the light line is very clean. I do just want to quickly, because don't want it to sit on there like this too long, go around the cuticle and the side walls, make sure there's no flooding, and then we want to cure it.
Dreamy, breezy, we go.
Okay, well apparently I just had this too close to the lamp. And this is why my brushes don't last.
A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy.
So the last thing to do to finish up this manicure is to apply some cuticle oil. I got a new bottle from My Açai. You can see it's separated, or maybe you can't from this angle, but from my angle, it's separated. The oil is on the bottom and there's a hydrating, I guess, lotion on top, suspended, and you just need to shake it. And it becomes this creamy pink color. They have all different kinds. This one is called Fall Retreats. Just put a little bit on each cuticle. And that's going to do it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like this video. I hope you like all my videos, but please let me know if you have any, really? Please let me know if you have any comments or suggestions, any questions as to the content or the products I used in this video, any of the techniques. And let me know if you have any suggestions for upcoming content, because frankly, half the time I don't know what I want to do before I start these videos, and I could use some help figuring out what to do going forward. But thank you once again. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment if you so desire, and follow me, subscribe if you have not done so. And I will see you soon.